I really hope there's no sprinkler system in here. I didn't see one, but it wouldn't surprise me if they put one in. The police drove past, and they slowed down a little bit, but they just kept going. I'm sure that's the first of many times they're going to drive by tonight. So I'll keep the lights low and just stay hunked down. Traffic has not died down yet, and I hope it does soon, because I really want to put that high-vis vest on again and crawl out through one of these holes to see if I can see a little sleeping bag set up if I really look hard. I don't think so, because I'm in like a part where there's just shadows here, and aside from a few headlights hitting me in the face, there shouldn't be too much to see. There's other spots behind me, and those spots are more in the light, but I'm in the perfect spot for this. I'm not going to do that alcohol stove in here because these branches are really dry. See, I could just crack one off. Dry. I did hear some sirens in the distance, and what looked to be an unmarked police cruiser did a little turnaround and drove back that way where the sirens were coming from. I'm sure it's not for me, because there was a gentleman walking down the tracks earlier there, and he was screaming very loudly some words I've never even heard before. And I think they may be going to check on him to be sure he's all right. Things are still lively here. I can't believe it. It's getting a little bit late, and I haven't even made my wrap yet. But they've got to go to bed eventually, right? All right. Stealth test. The dumbest thing I could do, because I've gotten away with this. I came in right before dark. Nobody's seen me. I haven't used any lights. And actually, I can film with just the traffic lights on me. So that's perfect. But I'm going to hang up this. Oh, it's just a cab. I'm going to hang up this orange plastic bag a little bit there. And I'm not going to put a light on because I don't want to tempt fate. But I will walk around this thing and see just how obvious that possibly could be. I don't think very obvious. I think this is a walk in the park. And the good rules of stealth is you can't beat a stealth spot. You know, I could go crazy putting up that camo netting in here, but that's just not necessary. A good spot that really hasn't been used or discovered, there's no sidewalk around the outside. You'd have to really brave the traffic during the day to get back and forth out here. Let's hang this up and go see what we can see. I'm just waiting for a big burst of traffic to come by here because there's a traffic light up the road. And as soon as it goes green, everybody comes through, and then it should be red for a minute or so, and it'll give me enough time to walk around. Seems to be all there is for traffic, but there's some people doing some construction work down there, which is not ideal. However, there's a way out here that I don't have to crawl. There's one way in and out without going on your hands and knees, and this is it. So that's the work that's going on up there. All right, we're walking around this way, away from the construction work. Just about a perfect roundabout if I've ever seen one. Now, Okay, so there's a car coming, so I certainly cannot just crawl in there. And actually, I think that's a peace officer, which is even better. Oh no, that's a safety patrol, and they've just stopped. Okay, it's bad, and I don't know what to do. So he's going to come around and probably talk to me. I'm going to say there's a bird here, and I was trying to get on film. Yes, there he is. Excellent. Oh, Community Safety Patrol. And there he goes. Okay, the heart's beating like a hummingbird here. So that's pretty cool. And he's turning around, probably going to come and talk to me. So I'm just going to have to play it cool. This might be me getting busted for doing a stupid stealth test, and I just don't know. It goes that way. Community Safety Patrol. So, yay! Community Safety Patrol is not going to arrest me, but they will call the police about things. So, not quite sure what to do exactly, but he's on me for sure. That's a given. Should I crawl back in there? I just don't know. I really don't know. Very bad timing. Very bad timing. Yeah. I'm going this way. He's parked over there, and I'm just gonna stay in here as quiet as possible. Okay. No. Somebody else, we're just gonna lay low and try to ignore the fact that Community Safety Patrol saw me and drove around here. Oh boy, here we go. All right, so just gonna lay low, hunker down, keep things dark and quiet. They're parked in that parking lot over there. I came in on the other side they couldn't see, and wow, bad timing. So I'm just gonna sit here for a bit and wait for this all to blow over. I think I can hear them on the radio or something. Jeez. If he comes over to walk around, I'm done for. The security guy left. I'm just laying in wait for the police to show up, but hoping they won't. So let's see what happens. A little more waiting, and then I can probably consider myself in the clear. Yes, I broke a lot of stealth camping rules there to go out and walk around. And I will say, if you're seriously stealth camping, go in right before dark, set up, stay very quiet, don't talk to a camera, don't have any lights on, and definitely don't get out and walk around to show what it looks like on the outside when there's still traffic around. But the reason I do that is not just out of a cautionary example or an experiment, but also to make a more interesting video than me sitting in a little grove of trees rambling on about stuff. So with that said, I'll say we got lucky, and that's the rules of stealth camp. In right before dark, out ideally before light, but things could have gone a lot worse than they did, and I'm quite pleased. So we're about to start building a little wrap here, because I am just famished and I got to eat something. Definitely a quite different meal today. This one features the salsa enchilada kit, which has both iceberg and romaine, along with a salsa ranch dressing, nacho taco seasoning, cheeses, yellow and blue tortilla strips, vinaigrette, salsa, ranch, a whole bunch of stuff. And of course, it comes with a lot of packaging, which is unfortunate, but for camping, you're looking for convenience. And stealth camping especially, I don't want to be sitting here chopping up a huge head of iceberg lettuce. But it smells salsa-ish. That's pretty good. Turkey. So, oven roasted in-store turkey. Throw that in there. I'm so hungry, I don't care if it's cat food. It's going in there. Kind of. So, dumped it all in the bag it came in. I'm going to shake it like it's a Polaroid picture and dump it in one of these flour corn tortilla wrap things. That's not stealthy. Wrap, lettuce, turkey, the cheese that came with this thing. Still spilling some of it, but all right. Hold on. Wrap this thing up. I usually prefer to use a pita, but that's okay. All right. Kind of healthy, but easy. So, as always, I'm going to thank the people that have donated to the Beer Donation Fund. As always, thank you. Happy birthday to all the folks that are having their birthdays. Good thing there's not a lot of bears like right in the city here, because I'm going to have to wash the sleeping bag before I get out to do serious wilderness camping, because it smells like salsa ranch. I do struggle sometimes trying to come up with stealth meals that are going to fit in a backpack that I can actually prepare in something like a roundabout quietly without fire exploding all over the place. And in the summer, these nice, easy wrap things are just a great option. So I'm going to get creative with them here. Some wraps, some rolls, some pizza wrap rolls, and I'll just be making these things like crazy. The traffic has died down, and it's an absolutely beautiful night under the stars. I could have probably fit my bivvy tent in here, but not really necessary. The weather forecasts are always right. Am I right? But I stuck my head in a couple days ago to try and scope the place out, and I kind of tried to crawl in, and I said it'll probably do, but I didn't know how good it would be under these laurels. I know these are a typical really good hedge plant. There's a lot of foliage, and you can pretty well hunker down. Some of these trunks on these things are 10 inches around. So it's a pretty good place, and it's only going to get better over time. They die off on the inside, but the outside is just a lush canopy of cover. So I couldn't be happier here. And I used to live here back in the day in my motorhome. And some of those spots are closed off now. I don't actually see a lot of people van lifing or boondocking out here. And I hope I'm not to blame for that. But, some of the places that I used 10 years ago are completely blocked off now. And I haven't got to explore the places I used to go yet that were further off the trail. But the easy ones that we used to park at, it's all no camping, no overnight parking, nothing like that. So I guess the place is a lot busier now. Houses and condos are sprouting up like mushrooms everywhere. So there's a lot more people here. And, when you got that much demand on space and parking lots, people obviously have to make different rules. But is there a bus still running? Wow. They got good transit service here. I'll say that. But anyway, it's been a successful night. The police never came back, which is always a great thing. The security guard just left. Actually, I did see another one that said security driving around. But I'm just hunkered down here, counting down the hours. I'm going to crawl in here in a little bit. But I'm just enjoying the evening. Beautiful out and peaceful, finally. Time to fully hunker down because it's been a great success. Couple step twos, and in the middle of a roundabout in a city I used to kind of live in when I was doing the van life thing, boondocking, motorhome thing. But no, very, very good evening. That security guard had been driving around a whole bunch and hasn't seen me yet, or either doesn't care, or called the police and they're too busy. So I'm just here being quiet, being good, and just gotta get through the next several hours here of sleeping undisturbed, and I think we had a great success. So, of course, also please subscribe if you like this type of thing. That never hurts. The algorithm likes it, but if not, then don't. Or if this isn't what you want to see, don't be afraid to unsubscribe either. I don't want to drag anybody along for this if you don't want to be involved. So, cheers, everybody. Let the hunkering down begin. See you in the morning.